Hey guys and gals, welcome back to another episode of Ultimate S&S. So today we're going to be focusing a little bit on the chickens, but we're going to be doing some cutting out here in the fields and things, just trying to get everything cut back because it helps to reduce the pests. So these little babies, they're going to get all worked up here now that I'm in here. Maybe we get our rooster crowing here a little bit. But if you're not thinking about sustainability now, you need to be thinking about it very soon, guys, because with the prices of everything going up the way they are, and not just that, man, you're just going to get a better quality of food. So as you can see, the chickens are all happy. They're just kind of chilling out. But these guys should be producing eggs here probably, man, I'm going to say any time now. I think we're getting close to about 5 months. Some breeds, they say, take about 6, but we're getting pretty close. So I typically cut this with the bush hog back here, but I didn't feel like dealing with that today. You gotta watch out for holes. So what I'm doing is I just kind of trim back an area that's going to give me some room to prevent these predators and stuff from coming up in tall grasses at night. I haven't had a lot of issues with it, but it doesn't hurt to take some precautions. I have to get that bush hog out and get the tractor fired up here probably in the next day or two, just so I can cut all the rest of this back through there. There's really no way to get over to the other side of the field without taking out some of the fencing, so I might have to work on some of that here in the days ahead. Then our hives, they all seem to be doing good. I don't cut around that too much, just a little bit. It seems to me that there's a disconnect in today's society. A lot of people have jobs, we go to those jobs and we work them, and we just run to the store and buy it, and we never give a second thought to where our food come from or how much work has went into producing that. It's very quick for people to come up, start complaining about the prices and stuff like that when it comes to farm goods, as far as vegetables and fruits and things like that. People don't seem to understand just how much work it truly takes to bring a crop to harvest and then get that harvest in. And that's because our society is completely out of touch with the way that we lived just a few generations ago. Now, for me, producing my own food, growing my own gardens, raising chickens, raising quail, dealing with my own honeybees and things like that, it's really given me a sense of accomplishment. I mean, I've done a lot of different jobs and things in my lifetime, from working building steel buildings, working in big companies, working factories and things like that in the maintenance field. But none of it, as far as I'm concerned, for me, really meant much of anything, because yeah, you get your check, then you move on. If you move on from the job, it was great that you were there to work for them, but they don't care that you move on. That's just the way it is. If you will get into building your own lifestyle, sustainability, and just producing food for your family and stuff, it's going to give you an opportunity to bond with your spouses, to bond with your children, to bond with family members, friends, things like that. But people seem to miss that. I see a lot of people using yards to grow grass when they could be growing anything. But to each person their own. Understand times are changing. We are no longer where we were a decade ago. If you are not creating a sustainable life where you're going to be able to feed your own family and feed yourself, you're going to be hurting here very soon when the food starts running out. And understand, it doesn't take food running out. A lot of the stuff that you're putting in your bodies is ridiculously harmful. I see it all the time. We stack canned stuff. People want to talk about, oh, that's got MSG or it's got this in it or whatever. But the fact is, most people they're not even growing their own food. They're just talking crap from videos that they've seen. And you can look at their health and tell that they're not eating the way that they claim that they eat, or the way they're instructing you to eat. So here's my suggestions for you. Prep what you can eat. Prep what you're going to eat. Get as much of it as you can now. Buy food now. You want to start growing food as well. You want to start looking at natural things that you can eat in your own areas. So we got quite a pile of poo going back here. All that's going to get shoveled up into our little cart back here and then pulled up with that John Deere mower. And that's all going to get tilled into the back side of the garden and into the garden as it plays out. So our lettuce has reached a point now, mainly because not all of it's in the shade, but even the stuff that's shaded, it gets hot down here where I'm at, and it's beginning to bolt. So lettuce is more of a cool weather crop. So that's something I'm going to plant some more of in the fall. But I've enjoyed having it in the spring as well. Now there are ways that you can take and make that lettuce grow better. You can build greenhouses and things like that with good ventilation, and just really focus on a lot of stuff. But I've never been a big lettuce eater. That was more or less something to add to our diet. Same with the greens and stuff like that. I eat greens on occasion, not very often. I will keep some turnip greens and stuff growing out there in the garden, mainly to take to the chickens. But now if a family member wants them, that's fine. But typically the stuff that those greens are going to be producing in the summer, they're going to be very spicy, very hot. So it's not something that a lot of people would even care about eating. Now, it's great to flavor if you're canning meats like chickens and stuff like that. You can throw some turnip greens in there with that, and that's going to help flavor the meat. But that's all depends on your taste, guys. But I hope everyone's having a great day. I just wanted to kind of give you a little heads up what we're doing out here. We're going to show you some clips running around on the mower, doing some cutting back here and stuff. I made the video earlier. You can see most of it's been cut now. So I still need to get, like I say, that tractor hooked up so I can bush hog all this mess back here. But everyone have a great day. So I always try to leave a path that's wide enough for the mower to come around. That just helps keep things trimmed in. Looking at our plants, I mean, we've got a lot of blossoms going. Our squash is looking really good. Really, all of it's looking good, guys.